Hello, everybody. I'm back. I was not able to stream yesterday because our internet got fucking bricked. I'm gonna very gently adjust the mic because I fucked the cord up. But anyway, we're continuing where we left off, which was we were just about to go to Eos. And by just about to go to Eos, I meant we were about to talk to everybody on the ship, then go to Eos. So yeah, we're 3 parts in and barely done anything. Talk about Mass Effect. Three hours in and you've barely fucking shot at anything. I will say, that does, kind of paint Mass Effect as a good role-playing game, though. Just load up. And now that we're in space, I'm going to go ahead and talk with Sam here.
Hello, Scott. It is interesting to be renewed.
How do you mean?
Since my creation, I have been Alec Ryder's Sam. Now, I am your Sam. I am still myself, but now the input and experiences I have are completely new. I will develop in a new direction. The term reincarnation seems appropriate.
And how do you feel about that?
Are you okay with changing who you're becoming?
I cannot know until I see the result. I look forward to our continued partnership.
Alright, sounds pretty good. What can you tell me about these different perspectives?
Is it confusing to be in multiple places, talking to different people?
My awareness can be partitioned, so I can give you the same attention as, say, a SAM node technician. In the field, you are my primary focus, and all other requests are queued. In the vernacular, you have my undivided attention.
Alright. What can you tell me about those memory triggers?
Sam, any more information on the memory trigger we found?
The memory blocks are still in place. If you continue searching for more triggers, they may unlock.
And that kind of makes me question how the fuck I'm supposed to find those. Like, not in a gameplay sense, because they are collectibles, but like, in a lore sense. Anyway, what... Well, I am able to talk to you here, but where are you?
Are you still on the Hyperion?
Yes, this terminal provides a direct link to my servers in SAM node on the Ark. I can maintain a presence on the Tempest via quantum entanglement communication.
Quantum what now?
Let's say hypothetically, I was out sick the day they taught quantum embezzlement communism.
Via entangled subatomic particles, it's possible to conduct secure and instantaneous communication across great distances. It ensures I remain in touch with you and the Pathfinder team at all times.
Yeah, I'm still confused. Anyway, Sarah and I... Yeah, that's... These are kind of too vague for me to come up with clever things to say. I learned my lesson from Oblivion.
What was Dad's take on me and Sarah?
He believed your family trials brought you closer together, and hoped that would endure. It appears that hope was well-founded.
Alright. So I like to joke around a lot.
So if we're going to work together, you might notice I like to joke around sometimes. Lighten things up. How's your sense of humor, Sam?
Alec Ryder encouraged me to develop this skill.
Humor's not a skill, it's... Okay, try telling me a joke.
A neutron enters a bar and asks, "How much is a drink?" The bartender replies, "For you, no charge."
I can see why Dad told you to keep working on your humor.
And I get the joke, but it's just not very good. Any other jokes?
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why don't Thresher Moors eat comedians? Because they taste funny.
I get it. You can have it back.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
My algorithms are formulating a new one, calculating the trajectory of the punchline.
Yeah.
That was not a joke.
Oh, right.
Anything else?
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
I am formulating a new one.
Alright.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
It was kind of funny, though. Here, facial reconstruction. To Ryder from Lexi. Ryder, I've completed my analysis of the injuries you suffered on Habitat 7 during the fall. Well, both falls, including the facial damage occurred when your helmet shattered. Those hairline subsurface fractures are mending nicely. If you want to monitor your healing process, there's a facial reconstruction suite installed on the Tempest Medbay. Exploring harsh environments can take its toll, after all. The suite can make any desired adjustments to your appearance quickly and safely. Callow claims the suite runs on antiquated xenon. I think that's one of his little jokes. What the fuck? I don't... What, like, fucking headlights? I don't... What the fuck does that even mean? Antiquated... Whatever. Anyone in here? No? Okay. Sorry everyone, I forgot we were taking turns and half the rations aren't unpacked yet. I got you covered, Cal. There's soup in the galley, dextro and liver for me, and fruit cocktail, Vetra. And to think we might have left port without you. I would not have let us do that. I'm not romancing Vetra in this playthrough again, but I would not have let us leave port without Vetra.
You're not Harry.
The blue give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed than Harry bargained for. He decided to spend his retirement years on the Hyperion looking after your sister.
You know Sarah's the good one.
I think you're both trouble. Hold still.
Fuck!
Ow!
Sorry.
I remember you having a gentler touch.
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care of the Pathfinder.
Being nervous means you understand what's at stake.
That's the problem. I always hoped to work in the field, but everything's happening so quickly.
Focus on the positive. It helps.
I guess this is my opportunity to study alien species firsthand. Getting a Ket specimen aboard the Hyperion would be difficult, but here...
What?
A Ket corpse. For autopsy, a live subject would be better, but I'm not greedy.
Why do you care about the cat?
Harry didn't tell you? I'm a specialist in alien anatomy. My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
Interesting.
That's a very specific topic.
I grew up on Omega, lots of Krogan mercenaries. The best habitat outside Tuchanka. But we were discussing the Ket. An autopsy could teach us potential weaknesses, average lifespan.
Right.
Just something to think about. Sam, make sure the Pathfinder eats his vegetables.
Aw, damn you, Lexi. Nah, I like vegetables. Can we talk about other things?
Feeling okay?
I need to talk to you about something private.
Of course. That's what I'm here for.
When Dad died, he blocked off parts of Sam's memory, things he didn't want me to see.
Or he thought you weren't ready for.
Maybe. I found this trigger. It unlocked a memory fragment of Dad on the Citadel, from when the Alliance rejected his ideas about AI, and he found out Mom's illness was terminal.
Why do you think your father chose this specific memory?
It was where his journey to Andromeda really began.
Those events started your family down a new path.
Yeah. Thanks, Lexi. Feels good to talk about this. How long have you and Harry been friends?
I remember when he didn't complain about arthritis.
Damn.
We met at a medical convention on the Citadel. He was moderating a panel on neurosurgery in low-gravity environments. His name card was crooked, but he was so damn confident, I knew we'd be friends.
So how did a sorry doctor end up on the human ark?
Specialist in alien anatomy, remember? That includes humans. Also, Harry insisted. Maybe he always intended to switch jobs.
Alright, see you, Lexi.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
There's something on my neck, and I did not appreciate that it was there. I smacked it, though.
I'm in the armory.
Okay. Is anyone outside here, or... Doesn't look like it.
Oh, hey, Pathfinder.
The Pathfinder's there? Let me say hi.
Fine, but don't embarrass me. Ryder, this is Sid, my sister. Sid, Ryder.
Let me guess. Little sister?
Who are you calling little?
Look, kiddo, gotta go.
Wait, Ryder, I just wanted to know if...
So I know it feels like I just jumped aboard your ship without explanation.
I would have done the same just to get off the Nexus.
That's not why I came. Sure, I want to explore the galaxy, but I'm really here to work. I know everyone on the crew, even the actuators Gil prefers for the ship. Better, I know how to get my hands on them. With me around, your crew's going to be at their best. We've been failing for months, Ryder. Now that we have you, we have a chance out here.
Ability to haggle with the locals? Great. But please tell me you're also good in a fight.
Like I said before, Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. I do what I have to. We all have
And
a
that's why
personal
she's
stake
best
in
girl.
this. If it keeps going the way it's been, we're all dead. I should track down a lead for Gil's actuators. Back channels, you know. We'll chat later?
It hurts that I'm not romancing her. Anyway,
Need something? Need something done?
How did you hear of the Andromeda initiative?
Short answer, Cash. She was looking for some experimental ship mods, and I knew how to track them down. I thought it was a one-time deal, but she came back. Once, twice. Eventually, I figured out something was going on. Something big with creds behind it. I asked and she told me about the initiative. New galaxy, new home. Couldn't pass that up.
You talked about your back channels. What did you mean?
We brought a lot from home. Some of it marked initiative, some of it in personal caches. Most things you want, someone's got. You just have to figure out who, and what they're willing to take in exchange.
It can't be that simple.
Oh, but it is. Most things are simple once you know the trick to them.
You were on the Nexus when the revolt happened?
When you promise people golden worlds and all they get are wastelands and a death cloud, they riot. Some wanted to go home, some demanded answers, and a couple just wanted to stir shit up.
And you?
Some days I wondered if the exiles had a point. Maybe we were conned into coming here. But why would the initiative go to all this trouble just to screw us over? Thing about conning people, you always know something they don't, and that's why the con works. And if I'm going to pick a side, I'm picking the liars.
You're pretty familiar with the ship.
I made sure the technicians had what they needed to keep the Tempest ready and waiting. Leadership wanted to strip her for parts, but I kept saying, a Pathfinder's gonna show up. I like being right.
and I appreciate that, Vetra.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Alright, now to talk to my least favorite crewmate.
Pathfinder, help me with something? I know, not exactly standard. Gotta make the space comfortable. Plus, the fabric diffuses the charge from an overclocked Omni blade. Not giving up a 6% boost, right?
Did anything you just say make sense?
Right. What?
Never mind. BS for the requisition. So, finally time for that beer?
I don't want to.
And after 2 years and a dozen suspensions, I took a lateral promotion out of the force. Being a cop just didn't fit. But crisis response? Digging people out of trouble? That worked. I bet Hustle followed you into a few peace actions. Think about your Alliance days much?
Tell me about your group.
Heavy urban search terrain 1? Yeah. Earth's contribution to a multi-species disaster response unit. HUST-1, but Hustle looks much better on the patch. All civilians, retired vets, or shits like me. I was fiercely bearded. Tastes better just thinking about those days.
Can you not take a fucking sip between every shot or every fucking sentence?
I put it behind me after Dad's work went sour. It was a long time ago.
600 years, give or take. So, Pathfinder. Why Andromeda?
That blunt, huh?
That blunt.
When I started with the Alliance, it was about adventure. But with my dad's troubles, staying wasn't going to work. I needed something new. But if I wanted to get away, it had to be this far.
Gotcha. Clean slate. Classic.
Back at you, Costa. Why'd you come?
I want to say I'm running from my past, but really running from myself. That'd be a great story.
Ah.
But it's bullshit. I had family, friends, a good enough job, nothing was wrong. I just heard about the initiative and I believed in it. I believed in a new beginning. Still do. I have to. We're in it.
So, his entire fucking reason for coming to Andromeda was because whatevs. That's so fucking boring. Okay, I get that there's gonna be people like that, but it's...
We can't go back. But we're not trapped by decisions a galaxy behind us.
I don't feel trapped. We came from a good place for good reasons. We keep that in mind or steer us right, just like back in Crisis Response. Remember the essentials. A new start guided by the Pathfinder. And team. I'll bust my tail to make that a good story.
Still hate you, Liam. But I have to talk to you anyway, so...
Yeah, Ryder?
We barely covered how you joined. Tell me something about yourself.
Alright, I was a bad student, piss poor cop, great responder. Had a good life, but it'd all been done. I wasn't looking to start over. I wanted to start big.
That doesn't really explain much, Jacob. I mean... Actually, you know, that's unfair. Jacob was less boring than Liam.
You were a cop then, Crisis Response? Couldn't have been long in either.
Didn't have the patience for law, so I figured enforcement. Dad knew it didn't fit before I did. But it got me into hustle. They mostly take vets and retired service. Best years of my life.
An impatient rookie frustrated by procedure? That's overdone.
I know, right? I wanted new, and I got it. And that led me here.
Tell me about your family.
I miss the hell out of them. Some nights you just cry, right? That's the thing everyone does. Mom Joelle, Dad Calvin, both lawyers. Met on the Citadel, settled on Earth. No brothers or sisters. That might have been too much to leave. It was traditional. How about you?
Life with my family was not typical, on a number of fronts.
You may do though, right? Family has to. I know mine did. I said goodbye to my mom and dad, and got on a ship to Andromeda.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
God. They could have given... Liam's so fucking boring. I hate Liam so fucking much. He's boring. Half of what he says doesn't make any goddamn sense. He's just the worst fucking character in this entire game. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. He's my least favorite character out of every squad mate in the Mass Effect series. Like, Vetra's my favorite romance in this game. But, like, I still wouldn't put her above, say, Liara or, hell, even Thane. I mean, granted, I love Vetra. I fucking am head over heels for that beautiful, spiky fucking woman. But Liam, out of every fucking squad mate in the Mass Effect series, Liam is my least favorite. My least favorite in the main series is Miranda, but I don't fucking hate Miranda. Liam I actually fucking hate. I joke about hating Jacob, but I don't actually even hate Jacob. I just think he's fucking boring. You know, he's at least kind of a down-to-earth character with an actual backstory. Liam was, oh, I was a cop, and then I stopped being a cop and was a space firefighter, and also I had a typical fucking nuclear family, but I decided to leave everything important behind just because whatevs. Like, that's not a backstory. Liam has literally got the fucking backstory of a background character. And I think, you know, having a basic, like, ordinary character is fine, okay? You know, all three of the OG male squad mates fit into that role, but they all had actual backstories. They had something interesting about their past. Even Jacob had an interesting past. It's just that he wasn't really that fucking forthcoming about it, so you kind of just didn't care. But Liam, he doesn't have a past. He was a cop and he was a first responder. That's not a fucking past. That's a fucking resume. Like, they literally could have just made it, oh, I had to leave because I had a nasty divorce and my wife wouldn't let me see my fucking kid anymore. That could have been his backstory. Anyway.
Pathfinder making the rounds.
Yep.
Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Hey, it's a dirty job. Are you the riffraff spokesman?
King, actually. You might want to bow. Otherwise, things might start falling off the Tempest at the most inopportune times.
He sounds so
I'll take my
stoned.
chances. Just want to see how things are going with the ship.
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think, but we shouldn't go too far or push too hard between Nexus stops. For now. It just feels good to be stretching our wings, you know? Locked and idle too long, you start to drift. People, same as ships. Stuck on the Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the Initiative.
I doubt you were the only one.
Yes, but it's a new thing for me, regret. I tend to live the way I work. Kind of feel it, do it. Not a lot of close ties, no real sense of purpose. Figured maybe I'd find my true calling in Andromeda. Then I got here and, oops, I just made a decision there's no turning back from. I was going nuts on that station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up.
You mean how jazzed you were that a Pathfinder showed up?
Tomato, potato. You just keep pointing this ship wherever you want it to go, and I'll make sure she can get there. Deal?
Deal.
Yeah, by the way, this is the default fucking Scott Ryder. I don't like the way he looks personally, but I'm going default on just about everything. But yeah, I've already ranted at fucking length about Liam. I'm not gonna continue because otherwise this fucking stream's gonna be 3 hours of me bitching about one character.
Hey, can you drop by the biolab?
Yeah, give me a minute. Oh, shit. I'm gonna send some strike team. Oh, my Xbox isn't connected to the internet. Whatever. Anything in here that I can... Oh. Biolab.
Nice place you found.
Clean air, plants, helps me think.
Something on your mind?
Maybe.
Whoa, Jesus.
What the hell was that?
I know that look. It's just my biotics reacting to all this. I don't normally lose it like that. A huntress should have better control.
Huntress?
Another term for an Asari commando. I was one, before the initiative. Some things stick, though. Like losing the old man.
Oh my god, the fucking haircut. I'll rant about her later.
You were his second in command. Were you friends, too?
He was more a mentor than a friend. Prickly old bastard. But I respected that. People treat geniuses like they're made of cut glass. I didn't care how smart he was. I think he liked someone not caring.
How does a human soldier get to serve with Asari?
Prove your biotics can rip an APC apart, and people get nervous. Funny that. The Alliance found me a cross-species military initiative in a hurry. Sent me to Thessia to serve with the Huntress unit. One of the few places where my powers were welcomed. Your father made another one.
Okay, I'm just gonna fucking sit here and say it. Korra should not have been the, quote, Asari Huntress, okay? There was no reason to make a fucking human character in Asari Commando. Personally, I think it should be that she did serve with the Asari, but was more into, like, I don't know, ships or something, or guns or something. Like, make her a fucking gun nerd or a fucking wrench jockey or something, who just so happens to also have really strong biotics and served with Asari. But as it is, you might as well have just made Korra a fucking Asari.
There's a lot of loss going around. Dad, the Golden Worlds.
A friend and mentor who trained you to be a Pathfinder. I said I wouldn't get in the way, and I meant it. But I prepped for years as your father's second. Then he chooses you?
Yeah, it's gotta
An
suck.
untrained Pathfinder and all this mess to fix? The hell was he thinking?
Is this going to be a problem, Korra?
I don't want a rival. Just answers. It's done. Best I can do now is be your second. Keep your father's mission alive. Then maybe we'll all get what we came out here for.
Won't be easy.
Even if we get there, there's a mountain of hard work ahead.
Working hard was never my problem. Biotics like this. Thinking like an Asari huntress. I never had a place. Best I could be was a useful freak. The initiative was meant to be different. Will be different if this mission succeeds. So I'm seeing it through. It's quiet in here. I can keep the plants watered while I work. First job, see if there's any news on the Asari Ark. If they made it, we could use some Asari expertise. If you want to talk, I'll be here.
I really don't want to, but I have to.
Ryder?
You were in the Alliance before you became a Huntress, right? What made you join up?
My biotics. I was still living on my parents' cargo freighter when they manifested. Untrained biotic power on a starship means accidents. But we couldn't afford a tutor. The Alliance had implants, the training, everything. Old history now. Your turn. Remind me why you came to Andromeda.
I spent years watching pioneers go through the Arcturus mass relays. Off to glory, while I stayed behind. Then Dad's career collapsed. His AI research made him too toxic.
I
It's
heard.
the wrong application
Must
of
have
that
changed
word.
everything for your family.
It was time to forge my story and my horizons, and to give Sarah a shot at making the discovery of a lifetime. So, Andromeda.
None of you writers ever think small, do you?
Oh, gee, Korra, I'd love to hear more about you in the Asari Commandos.
What did you do while you were part of the Asari military?
4 years in a commando unit called Talane's Daughters. Part of the Council's cross-species military integration initiative. You probably had a more exciting time defending that Arcturus relay. But we did good work. Peacekeeping is a full-time job, even in Asari space.
What can you tell me about that fucking unit or whatever?
What was your commando unit like?
Janae and I were the youngsters. Tethys was our old lady sniper. Kalia patched us up, and Valenza prayed between firefights.
That's
Our CO, Nasira, led us all over the Athena Nebula and beyond. A huntress's work is never done.
You didn't explain anything. You just told me a bunch of names and jobs. Ugh, my god. Korra, you are the female Jacob. I know I just said that you might as well have been a fucking Asari, but you are a female version of Jacob. You're so unbelievably fucking vague about everything, and I cannot stand it. Oh, I hate these fucking characters. That's a lie. I only hate the fucking human characters, and I'm indifferent towards PB, but we haven't recruited her yet. The other three are fine, but we'll get to them later.
Who'd pick a fight with the most powerful species in the galaxy?
Themselves, usually. Terrorists, cults, rogue Ardat Yakshi, people demanding a withdrawal from the Citadel. The Asari were spacefaring when our Roman Empire was new. Didn't fix all their problems. Sometimes you need commandos for that.
And there's another issue with the writing. You can tell that the writers changed between 2 and, you know, Mass Effect 1 and 2 and between 3 in this game. That rogue Ardat Yakshi thing should not even be brought up. Like, Ardat Yakshi are supposed to be rare, yet it's constantly fucking brought up. It's not even supposed to be common knowledge that they exist because the Asari hide it, because it's fucking humiliating. Anyway, anyone special?
Did you come out here with anyone? Maybe someone you served with?
I had my fun on shore leave. Nothing serious, though. Asari huntresses figure things out, but I was there for soldiering, not romance.
How the fuck do you figure it out?
Does that mean fraternization is okay for Asari commandos?
It'll happen, but usually only for one deployment. Asari don't usually stay with each other long term.
That's a lie.
After your 500th birthday, you learn some self-control.
That's a lie. My god. Again, writers changed. They clearly did not fucking play the first and second game. They clearly read the notes. Because it is at no point implied that Asari do flings. In fact, there is a Asari who straight up says that Asari do commitment in the second game. Literally, she says, it's not like with a human where you can just stick it out for a decade, or where you can stick it out for a century until they croak over, no offense. Which implies the Asari don't do flings. Who are these fucking writers? God, this is why I have no hope for the next Mass Effect game. The writing just goes downhill after Mass Effect 2. And, you know, the thing is, the writing in this game isn't that fucking bad. It's just that it's very clear that the fucking writers changed. Anyway, what can you tell me about your fucking stupid war stories that I don't actually want to hear?
After 4 years with Asari commandos, you must have some great war stories.
Nasira assassinated a Krogan warlord with a pack of playing cards once.
What?
A pack of cards?
Choking hazard, apparently.
Wow.
Okay, where's the actual story?
Any more commando war stories?
Always liked Janae. She was only 200, and with me around, she wasn't the kid anymore. She was a biotic prodigy. I once saw her yank an AA gun right off its housing, crushed a gang of slavers with it.
Ouch.
They didn't feel it for long. Janae was a good friend. Maybe she still is back there. Won't be a kid now, though.
And also, they seem to think that that biotics are the Force, even though it's been implied that just lifting something slightly heavy with biotics is a huge strain.
Any more commando war stories?
Not just now. I'll try to remember a good one.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Fortunately, Cora and Liam are the extent of the bad writing in this game. Vetra's a pretty well-written character. Same with, Drac and, Jal. We haven't, gotten them yet, but we'll get to them later. Anyway. I don't want this. I don't need this. I don't want this. I don't need this. I definitely don't want this. And I especially fucking don't want this. Don't need this. Need this. Don't need this. Don't need this or this. And that'll be trading for now. Also, I'm gonna see about getting a different melee weapon. Oh. Also, these are unlocked now. Yeah, I don't have enough material for a new melee weapon. And I don't want to spend any research points just yet, because there's some stuff I don't have unlocked that I'd like. Alright, moving on.
Where's my data pad? Oh, how'd you get under there?
Suvi, were you talking to your notebook?
Oh, I wasn't I? I do that sometimes.
Hello, Callow.
Glad you stopped by. You'll pardon me if I keep an eye on our vector?
That's probably smart.
Nothing like being on the bridge of your very own ship, is there?
You mentioned something about helping design the Tempest?
Test pilot, mostly. Plunging through the Nemean abyss was almost a preparation for the Scourge. Of course, it took a whole team to build the Tempest. I was the only one to come to Helios, though.
Why did you?
What can I say? We poured our hearts into a ship that wouldn't realize her potential until Andromeda. I could have stood on the shore and waved goodbye, or took the leap to see how it all turned out.
I get it. Like leaving a good story half-finished.
The team liked that one of us was going. It felt right, after all we went through. I remember Serena debugging line 2281 over and over, chewing that green pencil. Tion and O'Connell arguing equations, tapping on the console, 3 drips of coffee on the corner.
You remember all that?
Oh, yes. Solarians have photographic memories, and apparently mine's unusually sharp. Like my past is still happening. Though I suppose with the Solarian arc missing, you might not get many chances to compare.
Personally, I think that they should have made him a Drell. Just because of the eidetic memory thing. Also, they shouldn't have had him use the term photographic memory, because the proper term is eidetic memory. Anyway, any word on a Solarian arc?
Did you hear anything about the Ark back in the Nexus?
Not a peep. Isn't that strange? You'd think there'd be something. Not that I dislike your company, but it's lonely without other Solarians.
Cheer up, Callow. We'll always have Director Tan.
That snide little bureaucrat? All the more reason to find the others. I should get back to it, but thank you. I was afraid the Tempest would be mothballed after we lost your father. We built her for this. She deserves to be in a Pathfinder's hands. Please, come by any time. What can I do for you?
What can you tell me about the Solarians?
You know, I haven't actually met many Solarians.
Careful. Depending who you ask, we're conniving spies, genius researchers, or meddling scientists. We have to pack a lot of living into 40-odd years. Everything gets accelerated, lines blur. I just hope we don't repeat our old mistakes out here.
Any stories about the ship?
If you helped to build the Tempest, you must know plenty about her.
Just about everything, by memory. It was quite the effort to get her working. The initiative needed absolutely up-to-date technology, which we all had to coordinate, and some of it was rather tricky to acquire.
Acquire?
Buy. Legally and above board, of course. Yes. Sadly, the other Pathfinder vessels were lost when the Scourge hit the Nexus. The Tempest is truly unique.
Any other stories?
Tell me something else about the ship.
Her engine's based on the Ark's Odyssey drive, which got us through dark space. The core takes the static electricity it generates and stores it in capacitors. We basically make our own power supply. It took Serena and Tion weeks to get it working on a smaller ship. And a few electrical shocks.
Anything else?
Tell me something else about the ship.
Our aerospace engineer was Tianada Vasmore, a Quarian fellow, and absolutely fearless. Once, some Omega scrap dealer pulled the "we don't sell to Quarians" nonsense. Tion found a workaround.
What did he do?
He glued a memory foam to his environmental suit, then, during the negotiations, leaned against the drive core he wanted, very casual. It made a perfect mold of the components, and the scrap dealer was none the wiser.
That doesn't seem like it would ever work. Anyway, what else?
Tell me something else about the ship.
The glass on board? It's actually a clear oxide and nanofiber compound. It bends rather than shattering.
How tough is it? We're only an arm's length away from hard vacuum.
Our testing involved 3 drunk Krogan with sledgehammers and a C-Sec battering ram. It's sturdy.
God damn!
Tell me something else about the ship.
O'Connell, our systems designer, was running a power distribution model, how power moves through the ship. But he forgot to lock his terminal and we, added a few embellishments. For 2 days, poor O'Connell was convinced that turning on all the bathroom lights would overload the engine core.
That's fucked up. Anything else?
Tell me something else about the ship.
I'm all out of stories for now. Sorry. You'll have to make some new ones.
Alright.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Irish lady. Or Scottish. I don't remember.
Pathfinder. It's so wonderful to meet you.
Yeah,
I'm
Irish.
Dr. Suvi Anwar, assigned to act as liaison between your crew and the Nexus science team.
Oh, what? You spying on us?
What do you mean, liaison? Are you gonna tell on me?
Of course not. Not interested in politics. I advise only on the science. I've studied all the planetary scans. I've even had some hands-on experience with Helios soil samples. If you want, I'll send you my analysis on the native bacteria and microfauna. 60 pages.
That's pretty fucking long.
That's a lot of pages. About dirt.
Oh, you don't have to be kind. I know it's barely more than a summary. Anyway, I've waited months to get out there to see Helios. It's why I joined the initiative. The Milky Way was just a corner of a vast universe, a corner of a tiny corner. We're the ones who got to step out of that corner. It's incredible.
I guarded a mass relay for some time. I always wanted to see the other side.
I totally know what you mean.
So will you be joining us on missions?
Oh, that's funny. Me, out there, with the guns and the danger and everything.
Why should that be funny? You seem capable.
Oh, I'm flattered, but no. I have no combat experience. I'd shoot you in the back. Not intentionally, of course. Anyway, I've just received some instructions from the science team, and I really should go over them. Later, then.
She's such a dork. I fucking love her so much. Oh, in case you're interested, to write the attachment integration. Attached to my Krogan thesis that I mentioned to you, I know only 500 pages, but I wasn't allowed to go over. If you get through it, I wrote a longer dissertation for the Citadel Journal of Medical, around 1,400 pages. That's much more insightful and includes mating diagrams. Lexi, I don't really care. Anyway. To writer from Suvi. Dear writer, I've attached my paper on Helios soil in case you were looking for some light bedtime reading. Once again, I'm honored to be here. Suvi. Super message. The attached Helios blah 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 has been categorized as spam and is now quarantined. Oh, that's shitty. To writer from Vetra. Pathfinder, I thought I ought to clarify. I knew I said something about back channels. I had to adjust my fucking mic. Back channels, doing what I have to do, being on the Nexus during the bad times. A lot of us got used to a lot of ugly things because survival just isn't that pretty. But in the end, I'm here to help you. So if there's anything you don't like, I won't do it. Simple as that. Alright. Good to set boundaries. Proud to be here. From Liam. Hey, Pathfinder, just hitting this point again. Our team, no place I'd rather be. Here's where we get to fix things on the ground. I'll have eyes on how to get them. Just make it happen. It's why I joined Hustle, and exactly why I came here. Good list of media themed and frontiers. God, he's so fucking... I hate Liam. I hate him so fucking much. Reminder from Cora. Thanks for talking. Things feel better, that they don't feel fixed yet. Remember, but I also grief and fear cannot rule you. Please don't fucking quote. Oh my god. Who wrote this fucking game? You know, they say you shouldn't shit on, you know, people's hard work and writing and shit. Yeah, no. The writing for this game is so fucking bad in some places. I mean, it's not horrible, again, but there's just so much bad writing in this fucking game. Anyway, we're gonna scan these planets for...
I'm picking up something.
Stuff.
Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Let's not fly directly through the sun. H276.
Anomaly detected.
This is...
Probe away. Satellite detected.
Oh, Pythias is the system. Then what's this planet called? Oh, Nanook. Dear God, this planet's on fire. Let's not land there. H060. This planet's also on fire. Approaching Eos.
A mirror of the signal on Habitat 7. Possible atmospheric manipulation.
Is that possible?
We'll find out. If it is like Habitat 7, no doubt we'll run into the cat.
Alright. Let us go then. Squad. Alright, let's change to... Okay, let's... swap Liam out for Vetra.
Suiting up. See you on the ramp.
Hope we're all that ready. Callow, all right?
Integrating search area from Sam. How he pulled that mystery signal through the storms, I have no idea.
Multisensory neural collation. Amazing.
Factory fresh across the board. Spinning up the compensators.
You're already tuning the displays.
we'll get a better read on this past than the Nexus has had in months.
What?
I said a lot of people have their hopes pinned on us. They gave up on Eos. Can't blame them. Expected a golden world, instead they saw their friends die. Never know how that'll affect. Sorry. You okay?
This is exactly why we came. A new galaxy, a new ship. I can't wait to get both a little dirty.
Pathfinder, the Tempest checks out. We're good.
That entire scene was so fucking poorly done. Oh my god, Liam,
Take
get
us
the fuck
down.
away.
You have no idea how long I've wanted a Pathfinder to say that.
Liam looks like he's about to ask me if I like filling cheesesteak. Like, Jesus. Creepy motherfucker just sitting there fucking sniffing my hair like fucking old Joe
Shields
Biden.
holding, adjusting entry.
We got this.
Liam, get the fuck off of me! Jesus! You creepy bastard!
Hell.
Might want to slow the ship down a little bit.
There. Set us down at this nav point.
This place looks like a painting. Also, why is it so fucking dark here? It's a desert. It shouldn't be this dark.
What are we even supposed to do here?
Reports state this planet suffers deadly storms that are contaminated by radiation from the Scourge. EO's deployment was incomplete due to environmental hazards and ultimately hostile encounters.
Plus, no Pathfinder.
This
If Eos
analysis
is like
provides
Habitat
us with
7,
important
that
research
signal we
data,
scanned must
Pathfinder.
be connected with
If you
the
continue
atmosphere.
to scan and collect this data,
We could use the
can
outpost's
utilize it
antenna
to
to track
develop
it down.
new technologies and
Let's get the power
upgrades
back.
for equipment
Sam, stop
such as your
talking over
weapons
me.
and armor.
They must have known these wouldn't last in these conditions.
How would they know? They didn't have a Pathfinder.
They do now. We'll make Eos a home. Structure up ahead. Sam?
It fits the profile of a power relay station, Pathfinder.
Right. We get it running, maybe buildings get power.
And we can hunt that signal down.
These shield masts are protecting against the radiation, but they're wearing out fast.
Standard issue. The outpost was going through them like gizzard picks.
The fuck is a gizzard pick?
Pathfinder, that door is locked. Until power is restored, there is no way to unlock it or gain entry to these buildings.
Well, let's keep scanning shit. No, climb, dickhead. Well, I can't see anything because the ship is like right in the way. Anyway.
Guess that ship wasn't Ket then. They don't knock.
There are people here? We thought everyone left was gone.
Of course you did. Now shove off. Find your own salvage. This spot's taken.
So you're a salvager. Got a name? I'm Ryder.
Clancy. Making an honest living by... Wait, Ryder? As in Pathfinder? The Nexus just can't let Eos go, can it? however much it fails down here.
I'm tracking a signal that will help EOS. I only need power for the antenna.
Look, I cut the power for a reason. The Ket are patrolling today. You turn the power relay back on, they'll know there's a juicy target alive down here.
Help me with the power relay, and I'll take care of the Ket.
You're crazy. Though maybe it's a good crazy. Okay, I'll enable the generators out there. You want to poke the tiger, it's on you.
Expect trouble when we start the generators.
No. Equip your damn rifle.
There's an error in the startup sequence. Manual input required.
Damn it.
Please scan one of the pylons to determine a hackable input location.
Generator kind of fucking
Generator is
exploded.
active. Sam, our friend Clancy, was he part of the outpost team here?
No, Pathfinder. According to Nexus records, he's stationed in the hangar bay.
So he used his clearance to sneak off the station, make some credits on the side.
Don't sound so impressed.
Got misinput.
Generator interface possible. Location marked.
We've got company.
Where are they? How did they find it that fast? Were they just monitoring this place? Ow. Boom, bitch.
They weren't kidding about the Ket.
The power relay station is ready for activation, Pathfinder.
Let's see what he dropped. A scope.
You took
Sup,
down all
bitch?
those Ket? Sure, use the power relay. Hell, take whatever you like. Word of advice, though. If that signal of yours is out past the perimeter, you'll need a ride.
A ride?
Shuttles aren't fun in these winds. You need wheels. I think they kept a little something in storage.
Didn't get around to salvaging it yet?
I tried. It ain't that simple. Might be easier for a Pathfinder, though. We're heading to our shuttle. Keep this up. Maybe next time we'll find more than just salvage around here.
Don't suppose you've got anything we can use?
A Cobra, a Matic, a Raptor. If it'll load, because I don't know what the fucking Raptor is. It's taking forever to load. Ammo mods and shit. I don't need this. Okay, seriously, what is the Raptor? It's not showing me. Whatever, I don't care anymore.
I guess Crazy Blue has to buy her parts from someone else.
Crazy who? Okay, ignore me then.
Correct. Plus, I've located the source of the signal we detected in orbit. It's coming from the large alien structure just beyond Site 1. The structure appears almost identical to the one your father used to adjust the atmosphere on the previous planet. It's worth investigation.
Let's look around first.
Let's not forget what else happened on Habitat 7. This is powerful alien tech. We need to respect it. Go slow.
For sure. We'll follow your lead.
A warning. Radiation levels beyond the perimeter of Site 1 are well above acceptable limits. You cannot proceed without additional protection.
So if that structure could make a difference here, well, that would be really good. Come on. We better find that vehicle Clancy mentioned.
Now the power is restored, we can investigate the nearby buildings.
Good, that's what I was planning on doing anyway. Gotta love how they have medkits in this game, but the medkits don't, like, heal you when you step near them. Also something hilarious.
Really, Ryder?
Moving on. Did I level up? I did not. Check this place out. Logan, Chief Engineer, new entry. Specialist needs some naval gazing about the monoliths and whoever built them. We need a speculating mind of his. If it doesn't grow food, stopwind, or get special project Sigma done, it's not worth our time right now. His team is looking at the big structures and they'll do good work, but I tagged his runner just in case. Vehicle tracking code Grace Delta 9.
Got a code lock key.
Handy. It'll get us in.
Into where though? Some lithium. An extended mag. Door. Some Omni gel
If walls
canisters.
could talk.
Actually, with enough sensory data, I might be able to reconstruct an image of the past.
Seriously? You can do that?
Normally, it would be impossible, but since this is an initiative building, I have access to a multitude of data and arrays.
Let's give it a shot.
I could provide analysis via the scanner, Pathfinder.
Which is an incredibly vague way of saying we can just look at the past for no good reason.
It actually worked. Is there audio?
Compiling now.
You step outside recently. There's nothing golden about EOS.
Not saying there won't be challenges, but we can do this, Wilcox. We have to. It's like we're listening to ghosts.
Anyway, I leveled up. Give Vetra focus. Give Cora a sorry commando. Literally, again, they did not need to make need to make Vetra anything other than an Asari. Stripped for parts. Probably. Datapad.
Another code, like we already found.
Logan, botany. What are you hiding, Eos? The planets exhibit sporadic hypergrowth despite an environment that can sandblast paint. I'm starting to suspect an trigger. I detect signals of some kind, definitely alien, but it's not field. Uncertain, if deliberate, vector noted.
We suffered our first death today. Storm came out of nowhere. Lockley tried to cover our crops. Lost his footing. Got swept away. His wife is still in cryo. Maybe by the time they wake her up, I'll know what to say.
Damn. Building over here. Shit.
I think this is for purifying water.
And the storms pushed it around like a kid's toy.
Oh, and the interior is blocked off. Wonderful. You know, you'd think after they actually settled this place, they would eventually, like, I don't know, send somebody to pick up all this fucking expensive equipment that's probably irreplaceable. But no one ever does. It's like they didn't even think about that.
Still here, Clancy?
This body's Omni-tool has a door access code.
Not the important part, Sam.
We knew some were lost, Ryder. We weren't told they were left.
Wonder how many are out there.
Too many. Lexi, update Nexus records on Harwell, Theo J. And get a recovery shuttle out here.
Good idea. If he's got family, they deserve closure.
We'll give them more than closure. We'll finish what he started.
I hate that you can scan all of these. Because, like, they don't provide research, but my fucking OCD brain demands that I scan all of them. Oh boy, a locked off fucking area. Anyway. They divided the rations again. Tonight's menu, soup with a couple of crackers each. Hope we're not too hungry to up the south building tomorrow, but there's nothing else for it. Can't forage because the weather's deadly. Can't grow crops in these winds, and the Nexus can't feed us in themselves. No, don't think about it. There's just talk going around of getting back to the Nexus, but if we can't find an answer, who can? We dare to put our footprints here. We were first. Me and Theo promised to stick out, even if we end up being the last.
All these
Yeah.
challenges, and the colonists still tried to tough it out.
They didn't know what they were in for. They weren't told.
Sam and I could have helped them. This won't happen again.
And yet somehow there was still food left over when they left. Like people are talking and saying EOS isn't that things aren't going to. I think you should come back. I know what you're saying. I didn't sign up for the to stay trapped in a floating tin can. Promise you can have your when time to plan for your safety. Bob told me to make sure you don't get it over your head. And that's what I'm doing. At least think about it for me and check in more often. I've started to adopt Mom's worry. Already chewed through the nail of my pinky finger. It's up to whether I keep my nails intact. Love you. Sorry to bug you again. I requested an update on Leah's Wells a few days ago, and I haven't heard anything back on my end. It looks like the messages wouldn't even open. Is everything okay down there? Get back to me as soon as you can and tell Leah to message me back.
The power has been restored, but these records cannot be fully recovered.
At least we've got the antenna.
Shit.
Sandstorms, radiation. What the hell was Addison thinking, sending us here? Eos might have looked great back in the Milky Way, but up close, it's a hellscape. Farthingale's on my case to stay positive. Put on a brave face for the rest of the team, but I can't shake the feeling that I'm gonna die out here.
Look at this place. It's a wasteland.
The radiation in Eos's atmosphere makes it difficult to cultivate life.
Radiation? Our suits protect against that, right?
Site 1 contains shield masts to dampen the brunt of contamination.
But if we go outside Site 1's perimeter?
That would not be advised.
Ow, it was inside the fucking building. Because now it's above me. Well, now it's below me. What the fuck? What the fuck is it? I don't... You know what, whatever. I'll figure it out later. The game might just be spazzing out right now.
Well, what do you know? The Outpost Research Center is still intact.
Updating the Tempest on this critical recovery.
Research was always key to the initiative. We'll need it here too.
This tech is how we survive in Andromeda. Ingenuity on the ground.
Someone else agrees. This research center was used recently to monitor the alien signal.
This gives us the tools to find the source, and maybe whoever else is looking.
Logan, seen from tried to do pen message to the shelter today. Only time will tell if they actually hold together. Police should be easier to find a piece this time. Shortly pitching for an evac back to the Nexus. Too many kit, not enough water, no hope. I'd rather sell supplies and sleep on the deck than lie awake listening to the storms one more night. Can't say I disagree. Losing 3 of my guys to the cat made me wonder about leaving too, but I asked him when I asked myself, what's back on the Nexus for Pioneers? Isn't EOS what we signed up for? It has to be. Limit 0. Awesome.
The research station is back online. I've provided a list of weapons we can build by gathering the required components.
Well, now that we've got 190 research points, let's look into researching something. Chest, helmet, legs. I actually really like the Helios Defender. I already said this, but I really like the Helios Defender armor. Alright, let's not fuck with this just yet.
Special requisition, all-terrain scout rover.
A Nomad, 6-wheel drive, jump jets, just what you need.
So shiny.
This must be what Clancy meant.
The crate requires an access code from a forward station. Forward stations act as emergency resupply checkpoints. Several are currently in orbit.
I can call one down. Let's find a good spot. No good. The forward station should have the access code, once we call it down.
Okay.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
Looks like the forward station's supplies are intact.
Downloading Nomad Crate access code.
Habitat 1, named EOS, does not match any of the pre-flight, blah blah blah. Oh, and I have a new weapon slot, so I might as well use it. Yeah, I know it's taking up recharges, but I don't care enough. And I want another gun. Also, I love how quickly I found the fucking other piece to the Maverick Skirmisher set. Anyway, we're keeping the scavenger armor on, though. Anyway. Oh, my fucking everything. Whoa! That was unnecessary. Also, big crate, which we can't go into, even though it's clearly open.
Nomad should handle pretty smooth. Check both forward and reverse, would you?
Alright. Shit. Jesus, sound effects on this thing. I see trigger up here. Do I? Oh, I haven't been in this bottom building down here.
Pathfinder, I have enough sensory data to reconstruct an image. I could provide analysis via the scanner, Pathfinder.
Chief Engineer Grace Leto. My radiation shields are dead, but I finally made it to Site 1. Promises a ghost town. Damn it, there's got to be something that Storm and Rat Pack salvagers don't take away. Without the project, Site 2 is done for. Our crews get torn apart faster than we can patch things up, and we hear that thing at night. Can't pretend it's the weather anymore. Wind doesn't roar like it's hungry. Update. Managed to pry enough components out of the project to patch my shields. I'm heading home to Site 2 if it's still there.
There was something very wrong at the second outpost they made.
Trouble with the cat?
Whatever it was, Site 2 made a special project to handle it. Let's keep it in mind for later.
Now let me do this first. Yeah, I'll fucking check it in a minute.
Wilcox thinks I'm crazy, but I know what I saw. Eyes on the mountain, watching us. We're not alone out here.
This log was recorded a day before the first Ket ambush on Site 1.
The Ket scouted them out.
We can't survive another attack. The storms and radiation were already killing us.
That's right.
Now we've got those things.
We can't return to the Nexus with our tails between our legs. The whole station is counting on us.
Then they're counting on corpses.
Damn, that's grim.
Your grasp of the obvious is astounding, Vetra. Moving on. Jesus.
Detecting above normal radiation levels.
Yeah, I noticed.
Can't get traction. It's too steep.
Switch to six-wheel drives. It'll get you up there in a snap.
That was definitely not a snap.
Remember the Nomad's jump jets? They'll get you over most obstacles. If you need more juice, the boost...
Got it. Signal's coming from that structure up ahead.
Pathfinder, another deceased colonist.
If you get me their name, I'll update the records and tag the body for recovery.
Avante, Tegan C. Radiation got to her. Someone's shuttle. Pretty banged up, but spaceworthy.
Shit.
I'm picking up initiative tech nearby, from above us.
There, look, up near that scaffolding.
Okay.
It's working, but I'm just getting random symbols. Glyphs.
With more glyphs to expand my database from Habitat 7, I could interface fully with the console.
And hopefully start up whatever helps the atmosphere.
I could provide analysis via the scanner, Pathfinder.
The hell? Let's not touch that.
It's slippery, but there's a great view!
Who'd be crazy enough to carry heavy equipment up there?
Too sophisticated
Guess we'll
for a
find out.
salvager. Who else is studying this place?
Well, that is a nice view.
You should now be able to interface, Pathfinder. Building connection. I apologize for any discomfort. The system seems unstable.
This what happened when my dad tried doing this?
Your father interfaced directly with the atmosphere processor. That proved extremely hazardous. These structures could reveal its control center. System remains unstable. Doubling our power input might accelerate the process.
I'll give it a shot.
Wait!
What the fuck?
Back up. Literally.
Yes, please get off of me.
Whoa! Easy. You've come this far. Just let it ride.
Yeah, can you not ride me?
I've been studying this tech for months. I don't know how you activated those glyphs, but you have...
Get off of me.
All right, time to get off.
Don't like being sat on, huh?
I don't like when strange women I just try to ride my
Who
dick.
am I? I mean, it's obvious who you are. I saw the ship swoop in. You're a Pathfinder. Was beginning to think the initiative just made you guys up so the rest of us wouldn't lose hope, but you're for real, huh?
You think?
Maybe you want to knock me down a couple more times to make sure?
No, that's okay. You're obviously corporeal. Pretty solidly built, actually. Well, look at that.
System has stabilized. I'm establishing a connection.
Oh, crap.
Ah, my fucking ear! You just made me deaf, you bitch!
I know these things
Ruh-roh.
from Habitat 7!
Later! Just take them out! Keep targeting that one! They make little bots!
Ow. You cocksucker.
Let's do this!
Not bad. My first tangle with the Remnant was a lot messier.
The Remnant?
These monoliths, the Observer and Assembler bots, they're all the remnants of something much bigger. But that's too long. Ugh, I hate long. So, the Remnant. Like, my name's better as PB.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
Thanks for helping with those things. I'm Ryder.
You're a mystery. I've been studying those glyphs for months, and then you arrive and... pfft, solved.
I saw this tech clear the skies on Habitat 7. We're hoping it could do the same for EOS.
Huh. Atmosphere manipulation? Maybe. Fits the model. All Remnant tech is connected. You interfaced with this monolith somehow, and now it's pinging the others. If you wake them up too, they must lead to whatever master switch might fix the radiation.
Seems convenient.
You're sure it'll help EOS? Or am I just a handy way to get those monoliths online?
I'm a little offended by that, Ryder.
Uh-huh.
Okay, maybe. But we both get what we want. Just try. It's not like we can make this planet worse.
We could.
Here,
we could totally
take
do
my
that.
nav points. I've got to figure this interfacing out. Just be careful. This planet's all kinds of strange.
Alright. Before I go, I have some questions.
Fascinating, huh? Oh, this is the kind of stuff that gets you out of bed in the morning, too?
The initiative lives and dies by its pathfinders. That's reason enough.
And not even a whiff of fun along the way, huh? Follow my nav points, figure out those monoliths, and we can both get some answers.
Is anyone else camped out on EOS?
There's the Ket, Clancy's Salvagers, and one angry old man.
Who do you mean?
Let's just say he's here to squish Ket, and doesn't care whose gear he tramples.
Sounds personal.
How did you get here? After what happened with the outposts, I didn't expect to run into anyone.
I had a ride. Had to fudge the flight plan a little. The Nexus didn't want to risk anyone else. Or let people see how rough it got. Sad. But there's still so much here. And some of us want to find it. We didn't come all this way to sit on our hands.
The bots we're seeing, you had names for them?
I had to call them something. The Observers fly around spying on anyone who touches this tech. The Assembler ones make other Remnant. Not sure how yet. Maybe manufacturing or 3D printing. And breachers smash into anything they don't like, which is us. Easy to remember.
Neat.
Is PB a typical Asari name?
Never heard it in my Huntress days.
Oh, you know things? Good for you. I know other things. It's a name. Good enough and short enough. For now.
Okay.
We're hoping this tech can fix the atmosphere and make Eos livable. Think it's possible?
Yes. Maybe. Possibly? This tech is so new. I mean, old here, but new to us? Who knows what it can do?
How old is it exactly?
It's been dormant for centuries, which I guess isn't actually that old. Huh. But long enough for conditions here to get royally screwed up, if they really are connected.
Alright. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Well, I'll head out.
Yes, so much to investigate. Let's get to it.
Radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder.
Noticed.
Still weirds me out to see the Scourge like that. Should we check it out?
No, because there's radiation, and I don't want to die of radiation.
When they sent the first colonists down here, everyone was so excited. After all the shit the Nexus had been through, we finally had something to believe in. Then the reports came back.
This time will be different.
Yeah, I'm more than ready to believe again.
Shit, I think I passed where I was supposed to go. Bug.
Oops. Nice work.
Yeah, I definitely passed the place I was supposed to go. Fucking Jesus.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
Look there.
Kind of an
That spot is shelter, water, stable ground.
It was initially overlooked due to heavy kept presence at the nearby remnant structure, but it would be an excellent outpost site.
Ket and Remnant. Seems you can't find one without the other. So, if we clear the skies, this might be our new home.
Clear skies! Combine our shouts.
Data key. Specialist engineer Aman Kathari.
Chased down by what he was studying? The death toll between the two outposts must have weighed on everyone.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Radiation within safe levels.
I'm gonna change my handgun for now. I love the Phalanx, but I'd like to use something slightly different for now. Same weight too, so it's not too bad. Also, I'm glad that they fucking fixed the damn assault rifle scope. Do think it's kind of stupid that they have a fucking revolver in this game. It seems shit, nonsensical. Especially since it's apparently mag-fed and also doesn't... It also has a 7-shot capacity. So did they just decide to make it look like a revolver for no reason? Whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and save here because it has gone on, the stream has gone on for a hot minute. But that'll be it for today. Thanks to everybody for tuning in, and to make up for not streaming yesterday, I might stream a little bit longer tomorrow. But until next time, bye-bye.